Hey everybody, it's Cindy Mattalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. Welcome to the show. We have a fabulous show lined up for you today. I'm so excited. We have missed you. We've been on a little bit of a break, but we are back with a whole new look, a whole new feel, new live shows, new TV shows, and we cannot wait to have you and just have you tune into our content because you know we make this show for you. So remember, if you have a story for us, if you want to be featured on the show, hit us up on social media at The Pulse SD or the website, thepulsesd.com, and find out how to be featured. Because we love to spend this 30 minutes with you. Okay, so I have to start out with a shout out today for my sponsor, Sugar Bear Sweet Provisions, which just opened their new location in the Gaslamp. They're amazing. I mean, you've probably seen my Instagram. There's nothing but sugar bears on there right now. So we're going to show you a little commercial a little bit later in the show from them. But stop down and see them, you guys. The store is amazing. It's at 518 6th Avenue in the Gaslamp. And try their baked by scratch desserts and treats. Oh, and they do gluten-free, they do sugar-free and vegan, which I love. I pretty much have been eating nothing but sugar bears since they've opened. And I will be back there next week. So anyway, I want to shout out to Renato and June, our sponsors. So thank you guys so much. Okay, so let's jump into the show because I'm very excited about our guest today. So first, we are welcoming back our financial advisor and expert, Windus Fernandez-Brinkkord from Trilogy Financial.
Thanks for having me back as usual.
We love having you. We always feel better when you're here. I feel better as you are my personal advisor as well. So,
as long as you feel better and not anxiety, I prefer that.
I love it. Okay, so it's 2024, you guys. It's the first quarter. Actually, we're almost out of the first quarter. And people want to get ahead of the game with their finances. So today we were like, let's talk about a little financial boot camp and what we can do to make some changes as soon as possible, right? Because it's getting later in the year. So let's dive in. Okay, so what are you seeing right now, concerns with your clients? Like what's going on that you're seeing?
I have a lot of clients who are a little bit more concerned about their budget. And it's not that they aren't making enough money. Actually, it's that they are and they don't feel like they're spending enough time allocating it in the right directions. Okay. Which is why when we first started talking earlier, I was saying planning for things a little bit in advance. Like if you're going to have a big vacation this year, making sure that you're putting intent and setting money aside ahead of it so you have less guilt when you go do the fun things.
Okay. Well, and it seems like we were talking about this, a lot of people are kind of living above their means as well.
I do see that, but even when you're not living above your means, I still see a lot of guilt around spending if you don't know that you have enough to do what you want to do.
Right, and then if you don't have enough money, what are some red flags or signs that maybe you are living above your means or you're not in the right situation?
If you constantly feel like you need to tap into the equity of your house to pay off your credit cards, if you feel like you have to open up a new credit card because you maxed out a credit card, there are just some telltale signs like that when you can't pay that credit card off each month, that you're getting a little bit too far ahead of yourself.
So
and I do understand, and I do understand that groceries and gas and some stuff has been more expensive than people were used to a few years ago. Inflation is natural. It's a part of our economy. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. So it's important to take stock of how it's impacting your budget.
Yeah, and I would see like a lot of times people prioritize image over financial stability. I think in California,
I definitely see that too. Right? I see the image and travel over financial stability. These are the two sticking points. It's really not the groceries that are why you can't stay inside of your budget.
We have to have our Louboutins, right? We just have to buy them. So I know, I think here in California especially, but I love that. Having a plan, I think what you do is great with your clients and make sure that they have a budget, they have a plan, even though people think that's a bad word. So let me ask you this. What can people do if they find themselves in this situation?
There are so many options. I think the first step is getting everything really organized. There are tools like ynab.com, mint.com. We have a software we use called eMoney that you need to have an advisor to work with. There's QuickBooks. But first take stock. What assets do you have? What debts do you have? And do you have extra money left over every single month? And once we have all of that knowledge, it's really easy to understand where can we make cuts if we need to make cuts? Or is there a way to restructure the debt with what you have access to?
Well, and I was going to ask you about debt solutions. Can you just mention something about this or talk a little bit more about
So there are a couple debt solutions. I've seen clients use credit card consolidation companies. For some reason, I've struggled with those because I've seen fees that people are unaware that they're paying. There are other ways to consolidate debt. Lending Club is an option. If you have really good credit and even equity in your house, Lightstream tends to have a better rate for clients. Prosper and SoFi are also other companies that offer loans for both home improvements, but also to consolidate some of that debt to make your life easier. But interest rates are very high right now, and we haven't been used to that. So the rate you're going to pay is a little bit more than people have been used to in the last 5 years.
Okay, that makes sense. So basically you want to grow your financial well-being, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about that, protecting yourself from financial setbacks. If you can afford it, decide whether you'd like to do more. So we were talking about what? You can increase contributions to retirement.
Well, yeah, so once we have an idea of like what you have extra and are you living within your means, it's also really important to make sure you're on track for retirement. Once you know how much you need to save on an annual basis to be on track, then you have the freedom to spend the rest. So for us, I even meet with clients who are so afraid that they're not on track that they save every dime and they don't have enough fun when you don't know how long you have to live. So it's really important to have balance in your financial plan. I'm never going to tell you that you have to save every penny extra. There's balance.
We need the funsies.
Everyone needs fun.
Israel. Where are the funsies?
Right.
And then another thing, like padding your emergency fund, right? That's a good idea too, just so that you
have to have enough money in emergency. And what someone needs for emergency money is really actually dependent on how stable your income is. Like if you have a job that you could never be fired from because you have tenure or what have you, maybe you need a slightly lower emergency fund than if you were a realtor, for example, who might be subjected to economic cycles for your income. So it's really important to be mindful of the income stability and have an emergency fund that can help you through all cycles.
I love that. Okay, so you want to help manage money for businesses in the 401k plan space and then for business owners who need to accumulate wealth outside of the business. So can we talk about this and maybe some examples of what you're doing?
Absolutely. So I do have an additional designation, Certified Exit Planning Advisor, and the way in which I use that designation in my financial planning practice is to help business owners understand that there might be a wealth gap. And what the wealth gap means is if you have a business that you intend on selling to retire, that business may not be at a value enough to sustain your retirement. So the wealth gap is us first identifying, is the sale of the business going to give you enough money to completely retire without saving elsewhere? And if it isn't, how much should we be saving? And then there's other aspects to that. Like if you're in a high tax bracket, there are other types of retirement plans outside of a 401k plan that a business owner can implement to save money in taxes. So as your wealth builds inside of the business, it's making sure that we're maximizing your tax benefits, your benefits to your employees, and that you're diversifying your wealth over time.
You got to diversify. Well, and a lot of questions we had was about multiple streams of income, right? Because a lot of times your primary business, like you said, it might not be enough to cover things or have retirement. So what do you see with that? Are you seeing that a lot?
Yeah, so sometimes a good wealth strategy for a business owner would be to even buy the building that their business is in, because eventually you may sell your business. If you sell your business, then all of a sudden you're now collecting rent on that building as well. So diversification is not just investments, but looking at all of the strategies that you can maximize so that you have different streams of income in retirement.
Investing in real estate, launching a new product, something like that. We love that, and this is a good one. So if you have a question about this, for Windus, let us know. Okay, so what about maximizing your tax benefits? That's a big one, right? I feel like people don't always do that.
Well, and then I often hear from people who are actually maximizing their 401k that they want more tax deductions, but I will say there are some limits to what the government is willing to give you. So maximizing your tax benefits when it comes to retirement planning really does mean utilizing your 401k plan. But some people, there's more conversation about the Roth side of the 401k, right? And the Roth is not going to give you a tax benefit today, but it's actually a strong tax benefit in retirement. So if you are not at your peak earning years and you know you're going to be earning more in 10 years from now, then this would be the time to think about a Roth instead of maximizing my tax deduction today.
Okay, and can you have both 401k and Roth?
It depends on your income level. So there's a lot of pieces here to take into consideration. So once you have a 401k plan, if you can keep your income under a certain level, you can also have a Roth IRA separate. But a lot of employers offer the Roth 401k,
Yes,
which is great.
That option. And you would meet with the client and figure out
Yeah,
what works best.
absolutely. So when we're working with clients, we look at, again, we'll help them with the budget, we'll help them look at whether or not they have enough life insurance, for example, and then we want to make sure that they know exactly what they need to do with their money, how it needs to be invested, even if it's helping them with their retirement plans at work.
I love that. Well, and tax season is approaching. It's coming up, and I'm very proud of myself. I did my taxes on time this year.
Me too.
Instead of filing an extension.
Me too. I feel so excited.
I know, me too. So do you have any tips, last minute tips for taxes for viewers? Is there anything that can be done? Is it too late? Is there any tips?
For past taxes, too late, unless you have until April 15th to back fund like a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA if you qualify for that. I think the biggest tip I have is when you owe the government money, they charge you a fee. When they owe you money, they don't give you interest. So just make sure that you're being really intentional about paying your taxes a little ahead so that you're not paying a fee to the government.
And maybe doing like quarterly estimateds if you need to.
Yeah, so I'm not
like
saying
that.
give them a lot of extra money. I don't want you to get a big refund, but I also don't want you to give them any more to the government than you have to. And I don't think people realize that they pay a penalty for having to owe instead of getting a refund.
Even when you file an extension.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially when you file an extension.
Exactly. Well, we love having you, and so talk to everybody about how people can work with you. What can they do?
They can reach out to me through the Trilogy website. I'm in the San Diego office, and there's a link there on the website to reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to do a consultation and make sure everyone has the information they need, and if I can help them, work with them.
We love that. She does a consult for our viewers. We have the website up. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for having me.
We love having you, and again, if you have questions for Windus, let us know. So you guys, we're going to do a quick commercial break with Sugar Bear Sweet Provisions, and then when we come back, we have Tricia Crespin. So we'll see you in a minute. Big news, Sugar Bear Sweet Provisions is opening a flagship location in the Gaslamp to add a third location in San Diego. Come down and celebrate the grand opening March 15th to the 17th. A bake-from-scratch kitchen making decadent pastries and sweets like their signature collection, including bear hugs, bear brownies, bear paws, cupcakes, truffle boxes, cupcakes in a jar, and more. They even serve gluten-free, vegan, and sugar-free options, so there's something for everyone. Oh, and they make custom cakes too. Come down and find out why Sugar Bear Sweet Provisions was voted Best Desserts in San Diego by The Reader in 2022 and 2023.
Sugar Bear Sweet Provisions taste like a big bear hug.
Come down and see us in the Gaslamp.
For our grand opening March 15th through the 17th. I'm Renato.
I'm June.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
Hey San Diego, it's Chris Sonnen here on behalf of Son-in-Law. My firm is a family law boutique firm located in Bankers Hill, San Diego. We specialize in all aspects of family law, from divorce, paternity cases, support modifications, Marvin actions, and everything in between. These are all items that are complicated and require a great deal of experience, which we have. It is really a team effort at Son-in-Law. We utilize our certified family law skills to get you the best results. We have a personal touch, my staff goes above and beyond, and we're willing to offer anyone who's watching this a free consultation down in the link below, and thanks for tuning in.
Hey everybody, I'm Cindy Matalucci. Welcome back to The Pulse. I'm your host. If you're just tuning in, we're so excited. We're welcoming our second guest today, Tricia Crespin from Olive Tree People. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Tricia and I go way back. We've known each other for years.
Yes.
So I'm so excited to have her on the show today. And I can't wait to dive into this company because I've been researching it. I've been excited about it. But first I want to talk about your story.
Okay.
Because you've been an entrepreneur. That's been in your blood. And you've also been in the corporate world. But how did you get to be an advocate of this company?
Just really for my own well-being. As you get older, things start to change. My wellness that I was taking, I felt like it wasn't doing it for me anymore. So I just dove in and started researching, and then came across this brand and just fell in love.
It's great. There's a lot of products too. I can't wait to talk about this. So, well, let's chat about the company. It's holistic. It's all about wellness from the inside out, from tree to beauty, literally.
Yes, literally.
So can you tell us, for the viewers that don't know about Olive Tree People, what is the company about?
So it's a holistic brand from Europe. So it's a 20-year-old brand, so it's not a new brand.
Okay.
So we have over 80 products in this product line, and Thomas, our founder, is the one that created the product. The very first product that he created was the IO1, which is full of hydroxytyrosol and camu. If you don't know what hydroxytyrosol is, Google it.
Well,
you will be.
What I found is it's a molecule in trees that, it helped them live for over 4,000 years or something?
The olive tree.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not oil, it's a elixir.
Okay.
So a lot of people get that confused. They think it's olive oil, but it's not. But we do have an olive oil, which you're going to try later.
Well, and the company's mission, which I love, is to heal the world with the power of our mountain olive trees. So we're going to kind of dive into that. But I want to talk about you guys being a pioneer in waterless beauty, because that's kind of a big tagline right now. So talk to us about this, because it's waterless beauty. What is this?
So Thomas, when he was making the internals, that was his passion. But then when he started doing research, he saw that water is the first ingredient in most of our conventional skincares. So he thought, water, preservatives, that's why you see so many skin issues, rosacea, eczema, things like that. So he's replaced the water with hydroxytyrosol as the first ingredient in this entire brand.
Wow, and it's actually a beauty elixir instead of water, which I love. And then I wanted to mention the olive groves are in Spain, right? There's a tree house where he has their own grove.
Right, so what he did was he bought, I think we have over 30,000 groves now in Spain, and it's protected by the government, so there's no pesticides or anything like that. And he built a tree house and literally healed himself with the elixir the very first elixir that he made.
I'm so excited about this. And I want to talk about the difference between this product and other skincare products, because I was doing a lot of research on this, and you and I have talked about this, the dead fillers, right? Let's talk about that.
So, well, they're not really dead fillers, but they're preservatives, refined oils that clog the pores. So a lot of people that, use a certain skincare brand doesn't really work for them and gives you issues with your skin, like clogging your pores, redness, rash, itchy, things like that.
So you guys have like 95% active ingredients in
Correct.
yours. So I feel like that's a big difference. And they're backed and approved by the European Food Safety Authority, which is huge. So kind of touching on skin allergies, they've increased a lot, which I think is crazy. And I love my stats, you guys.
Yeah.
So according to the Very Well Health, some 9.2 million or 2.6% of children have skin allergies, right? The most common, which you mentioned, eczema, which I feel like everyone's talking about. It's also referred to as atopic dermatitis. It affects 1 to 3% of adults, and I can't tell you how many of my friends that have eczema. I know 10 of them that I can actually mention that to. So that's kind of attributed to having these fillers in the products.
Correct. Yeah, the preservatives. Yes.
It's crazy. We got to get away from it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the products. So first of all, I want to talk about the results. What are people seeing? Because you're seeing big results.
I'm seeing huge results. So, like I said, my love for these products were the internals, and then the skincare was secondary to this line. But the skincare and the internals together is just a match made in heaven. But for me, as a woman going through perimenopause, things like that, I started actually getting eczema on my face.
Wow.
My skin was super itchy. The bloat that you get from going through the changes, things like that, the weight gain. I stopped all of my other wellness products and just really dove into this to see if it would work. And you also get this glow. It's so crazy, you've been out in the sun, which I don't ever go out in the sun, but you get this, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're so much tanner. It's wild.
From within.
It's from within. And it's not just me seeing these results, it's across the board that are using them.
Well, and I have to testify about the honey enzyme mask because Tricia had a Galentine's event, which was so fun. There was a bunch of us over, and I think we're going to show some videos and photos of this. But the honey enzyme mask, we love that. It's actually from your own bees, too, from the company, right?
Yes, yeah.
So
that is our goat. So people love the honey enzyme mask.
And what kind of results would you say from that? Because it doesn't even help with inflammation, or what would you say?
The honey enzyme mask?
Yeah.
It's really going to help take off those dead layers of your skin. So it's just really going to make your skin brighter, and it feels amazing, right?
Oh my God, my skin looked so good. I think I posted a picture after, and I did have a glow.
Yeah.
So I love that. So, okay, so what is your most popular products? I know you guys have quite a bit, but what would you say the most popular are?
So the most popular, the honey enzyme mask, everybody loves that because it's great for all skin types, and the internals is where it's at. So the beauty fountain, the beauty molecule, and the IO1. And we also have a CBD hemp line, which is amazing. Ooh. So our LA Dope line is I take the molecule at night.
Okay.
It just kind of helps me relax at night. So we call it our alcohol replacement.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I need that ASAP. I think I've tried that with you once or twice. I'm getting the internals.
Yeah.
But you guys have a 365-day satisfaction guarantee, right? As
Amazing.
well on the products,
Yes.
so you guys can try them. And then we're going to actually try one right now, right?
Yes.
We're going to do a shot.
We're going to do a
2
shot.
shots.
We're going to do 2 shots.
I love
so
it.
you're going to get the full experience of these
Okay.
products. So what I put into this little shot here, this first one that we're going to do, so this has the beauty molecule, which is the hyaluronic acid,
Okay.
and then the beauty fountain, which is the collagen peptide, and then the ORAC IO1, which is the IO1 ORAC Camu Camu, which
Okay.
has the high potency of hydroxytyrosol and vitamin C.
So this is really good for your immune system.
So this is how I take it every morning. Cheers.
Okay.
And
Yum. That's good.
isn't that good?
So what would this replace for someone? Like, would this in the morning?
Your collagen, your for me it was all of my wellness. So
Okay.
my pre and probiotic, I did away with that. Collagen, vitamins, like I don't take a vitamin anymore.
Right.
And people that I've heard of, my customers, they said that they have a lot more energy throughout the day too. So, and it
I
has
love
no
that.
caffeine. It
And
has
so
no
you're
caffeine.
replacing all of the different things in one,
And one.
which is so convenient because everybody does not have time. I was like a pill lady. I had like my box of pills with
I
like
remember.
every little supplement in there. So this is amazing.
Yes.
And then what are we trying next?
So this is our Arbor Queen olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. What I learned is that most of the olive oils that you find here in the United States are all fake.
Oh my gosh.
So you're getting a refined oil, basically. So remember I mentioned I went away with my pre and probiotic?
Yes.
That's because this is really gonna help with your gut microbiome.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of lemon in here for us.
And when would you do like a shot of this?
I do this after I eat.
Okay.
So
That's got a good flavor.
isn't that good?
But you can use this for different.
You can use it in salads. You can use it in, I know the lemon's a little too much, sorry.
We had a little bit too much
A little
lemon.
too much lemon. Salads, you can cook with it. You can shoot it on its own. Sorry, Cindy.
It was just at the bottom.
Yeah, the lemon.
But you can put it on your hands, right?
So
Can
we
you put it
have
on your body,
We
or-
have absolutely. So we have some hairstylists that just tried it out in their hair as a pre-treatment. I have not done that yet, but I will.
Well, your hair is amazing.
Because their hair looks amazing. It's super shiny, so you just put it on your hair and let it sit for 15 minutes and then wash it.
Well, and we have to talk about the endorsements because you've had some celebrity endorsements like that you haven't paid for the company, right?
Right. So Thomas has not spent 1 red cent with these celebrity endorsements. I love hearing his story when he was on a plane with his son. They were going on vacation, and he opened up a magazine, and there was Madonna with a full page ad on his product and what it's done for her. So pretty amazing.
That's pretty cool. And then Gigi Hadid, right, used this.
During her pregnancy, she ditched all of her other skincare and used Olivita all through her pregnancy.
Well, and that's a good point. So if you are pregnant, you can take the products.
Yes.
I love
Consult with your
that.
doctor, but yeah, you can.
Okay, so I love the giving back component of this company. We have to talk about this.
Yes.
So let's talk about the water that you guys don't use in the products.
So the water that we don't use in the products, Thomas is, he makes wells in Africa for what, I forget the name of it.
The Maasai tribe,
The
right?
Maasai tribe, yeah, tribe.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you guys have also saved more than 30,000 mountain olive trees, which you were talking about, right?
Right, those are the olive trees that are his, and he owns them, and they're government protected.
I love that. So it's always good when you can feel good about buying a product too. And you guys really
Absolutely.
stand behind all of that. And then, so, okay, I know the viewers are going to want to know, how do they get their hands on these products? Like, what do they do?
So I always tell my customers or potential customers, take the Olive Brain quiz, because that is really going to help narrow down what your goals and needs are, and then we can have a conversation and go from there. Pick a couple products. There's free shipping as well, and so.
And we have that up too. We'll have the link up for everybody. And then you've got a little promo code for new clients.
I do, yes. So I have a promo code for my new clients. So just reach out to me. I don't want. I'll give it to you if you reach out to me.
That sounds great, and it's additional $10 off. And then you
Correct.
guys also, if you purchase 2 products from the quiz, you get something too, right?
So if you purchase 2 products from the quiz, you will get an eye cream or eye elixir for free.
I love that. I'm buying the internals. I cannot wait.
Yes.
So anything that you want to leave the viewers with? Any tip or anything maybe about trying the product?
So this is what I tell people. We have a 365-day satisfaction guarantee, so you're not going to lose any money on trying the products. If you are looking for a true holistic, clean beauty brand, you found it. So, yeah.
I love that. And they can contact you if you guys have questions for Tricia.
Correct.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for educating us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited.
Me
I
too.
will report back because I'm going to be trying them as well. So I'll let you guys know what I think. And then that's going to do it for our episode today, you guys. We love spending this time with you. And we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego. Thank you.
Bye.